Likutei Moharan, Turi Lamed, Misha the Sakino, a garden patch of knives. So we have explained that the Sechel Elyon, the supernal, the upper, the higher comprehension, is supposed to be enclosed in a lower comprehension, so lower people can understand it. Now that act of clothing the more sophisticated understanding in a lower understanding, in a sense, is boiling down the higher comprehension, boiling it down to its essentials. So the essential principle. Once you get the essential principle, you can add the details around it. You can understand it more and develop it. That artistry of being able to take Sechel Elyon and boil it down to a Sechel Tachton, so the lower people can understand it, requires a great, as we said, a great capability and tzidkis and kedusha, because basically you have to be at both places. You know, you have to be at the Sechel Elyon, so you can receive it, and you have to be able to put yourself down in Sechel Tachton, so that you'll understand what are the deficiencies that will block the lower person from understanding the Sechel Elyon. There are plenty of very intelligent people that cannot explain complex things to simple people because they don't understand firsthand. I mean, how can you not get it?
What's the matter with you?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, everybody understands this. I mean, duh. Okay? It has the capacity to capture the essence of the higher saga in the lower saga. Yes, you're losing the details. Yes, you're losing the sophisticated, but nevertheless, you're capturing the essence of it. You're capturing the beauty of it, the inspiration of it, the godliness of it. It's a huge. Rebbe explains that this is done through Saro B'Igula. Which is black hair. Black hair, black cycle. So we said because the hair is round, the hair grows around the head and the round man, and the hair itself is round. It's like a pipe. If you take out a hair, put it under a microscope, you see that it's a tube. And the word Sarah stems also from the word shiur, which is the measurement, the dimensions. The blackness is the thing that enables the mechanism that changes, that captures the high seichel into the low seichel. So we say that's the shachal shaba'ayin, the blackness of the eye, the pupil of the eye, which is black, that captures whatever is in front of it and squeezes it down into the eye, and you can see it. So it says Bas Oisalo Avram Avinu Bakol Shmo. Avram Avinu had a daughter. Her name was Bakol. And it says Bakol means that everything. A daughter is Bas Ayin. That's the pupil. That captured the Bakol. It captured everything. Bakol. Everything is in it. It is able to capture everything. And
there's an expression in English. The eye? No.
I don't know. Now the Rebbe brings another raya, this principle in action. Ze bechinas, says about Moshe Rabbeinu, v'yar elav b'labas esh. And Hashem, v'yar elav Hashem b'labas esh. Hashem was seen, showed himself to Moshe Rabbeinu in labas esh. Labas esh means the lev of the fire, the middle of the fire, the heart of the fire, so to speak. Labas esh is Bas. Bas is daughter, Bas Ayin, which is the Malchus. In other words, Hashem is Baruch Rotzalal Bishla Sogas Elokus, when the Kodesh Baruch Hu wanted to dress up the Sogas Elokus to Moshe Rabbeinu, Hilbish Lo B'Vchinas Bas Ayin, and he put it under, he squeezed it into a Bas Ayin. In other words, through the sphere of Malchus. V'zeh B'chinas Bas Tchilas Siman Yofel Labonim. That anybody who has, first of all, has a daughter, it's a Siman Yofe, it's a good sign to sons that will come after her. Both because she'll help raise them, and because like this, the Ein Hara won't harm them. Because first of all, there's a daughter, and so it won't be, so people won't look at his sons so much. This particular Indian, I saw by my friend and my Rav and my guides, one of them, Reb Nachman Galinsky, Zecher Tzaddik Livracha, that his first child was a daughter. Now, both Nachman Galinsky and his wife are short, tiny.
Yankele Galinsky, that's
his son.
Oh, it's his son.
It was his son. He passed away before his father.
Oh, before his father.
Yes. 2 children passed away before the father, and some grandchildren. They went through quite a lot for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Anyhow, be that as it may, he had a daughter, and funnily enough, she looked like her father, but she was bigger than him. At age 12, she was already taller than him and her mother. And then I think he had either 9 or 10 sons. Maybe a daughter at the end. I'm not sure because they set to complete the sandwich, but it was like a New York deli kind of sandwich. There's meat like this, and then there's
a daughter and
a piece of bread here with this hole. They stick a steak to the hole just to hold it. And anyhow, so remember she took care of her brothers. Together with her mother. What can you do when you have 10 children? But people don't realize what are you doing having 10 children? What's wrong with you? The point is that wasn't the only thing that he had. Chaim Shlomo Rottenberg was supposed to be the Kosener Rebbe of Bnei Brak. He became a Breslov. Forget about it. He, the tzaddik, unbelievable. He moved from America to Israel with 10 children. Before they had an apartment where they're going to live, Nachman Galinsky's house. Nachman Galinsky had what? He had 3 rooms: a living room, a children's room, and a parents' room. So he had 7 or 8 sons at that point. Didn't have all his children. Chaim Shlomo Rothenberg and his wife and the 10 children and the apartment. There was another guy, Nabuch, a very tmimistic guy that a guy that owned a lumber yard basically used him as a guard dog. He just kept him locked up, and he was his alarm system, so to speak. His eye was infected when there was a fire that broke out there. This is when they discovered him. He lost an eye. This poor boy, whatever it is, very simple, very tmimistic, very. When they finally took him out from this hell, So what do you do with him? So the Breslov community in Bnei Brak adopted him. Now he needs to place a home. Nachman Galinsky. To his house. A daughter, 10 children, whatever it is. Come on in. It's himself, they married him, and his children. That's a whole. But tzaddik,
simple person.
He was far from simple.
Uh-huh.
He was primistic, but he was far from simple. In fact, Divrei Shmuel, the oldest shiurim of Shmuel Wazowski, was yeshiva in Ponivizh. Giving shiurim, there's a sefer. It's called Divrei Shmuel of his shiurim. Nachman Galinsky wrote it, and he was a Talmud, and he wrote it, and they published it. This was a cut. It wasn't a. He was my chavrusa. We used to come and wake each other up. He would come to me, I would come to him, knock on this. We went to the mikveh Chofetz Chaim in Bnei Brak, and we traveled. And then the Kol Breslov was a tiny little house.
Nice, you're already in Brussels then?
Yeah. But it was a time today.
Let me say
it's
you're Panovich.
He's a bunch of one of the. There was a whole machzor, there was a whole
group, right.
Class
Right.
in Ponivizh. See, the thing is that the Muslim Mensch, he had one of his Talmidim, one of the guys that came close to him, a Litvish guy. He came to him, Abba Moshe Felberboim. Abba Moshe Felberboim was the biggest masmid in Ponivizh. The only problem is that he used to talk to Bahram. He used to pick out the best guys in Ponivizh, serious guys. You saw that they were really serious. So all the middle management of Breslov, Nachman Galinsky, Mordechai Turetz, Moshe Binnenstock, they're all learning Ponivizh. They're all working together in Ponivizh. And Abba Moshe Felberboim was, he was the diamond of the class. He was the best bocher there. When he saw somebody serious, he would talk to him. When they got interested, he got into Nosson Liebermensch. And from that point on, they were gone. They were flying.
Became Breslovs.
Yes. So now the power at being Ponivizh died to expel Avram Moshe Felberboim. They died to expel him. But how do you expel your best bocher? It's like it's himself they expelled him. Shlem Chaim Rothenberg was a bocher who was learning in Chachmei Lublin in Rabbi Vosner's yeshiva. So once they went on a levaya, and Abba Moshe Felberboim walked by him, and he saw him, and he said, "You want to talk about Avodas Hashem?" So he said, "Yeah." That was the end of him.
Recruiting.
Yes. So it was a very special chabura. So he said, Bas tchilo siman yofa lebonim. First daughter, it's a good siman for the bonim. Bas tchilo, ze b'chinas sechel hatachton. First a daughter, that's the lower sense called bas. Shu tchilo v'akadoma l'sechel ha'elyon, which is a beginning and a preamble to the sechel elyon. Ze b'chinas siman yofa levonim. It's a nice sign for sons. Bonim ze b'chinas sechel ha'elyon. כמאמר חז"ל, אבי בניי מרחוק ובנותיי מקצות הארץ. He says, bring my sons from afar, and my daughters from the edge of the land. Avi bonai, bring my sons, These are the exiles in Babylon. That, that their mind is settled like B'nai side, my daughters. Is the exiles that the mind is fickle like girls. In other words, the males, their das is more miyushav than the females. That's why Bonim alludes to Galuyos, the das is miyushav, and Bonis is miramis to Galuyos that the das is not miyushav. Nimtza shebonim b'chinas das miyushav. So you see that Bonim, sons, is a euphemism for a measured, well-balanced dance. B'chinas sechel elim v'godol kanal. That's supernal sechel. Shemasigim al dei akdomes b'chinas sechel tachton kanal. That the only way to get it is through the akdomes and the preamble of the sechel tachton. Zeu bas tchilo, first is a daughter. Shu sechel atachton. Siman yofa lebonim. It's a good sign for the bonim that through which through which you get the upper sechel, shu b'chinas bonim kanal, which is the bonim. The siman yofa mean a nice sign, shuba mesuman umugbal asechel elyon, in which siman is marked. In which it is marked and captured and delineated, the sechel elyon. B'chinas shiura de asman d'oraisa, the measurement of the letters of the Torah. We said that the letters are the shiurim and the gvulim that the sechel elyon is compressed into. You read the letters, and the letters make the words, and the words make the sentences, and they reveal to you the seichel that is intrinsic in them. That's the shachrus, the blackness, the seichel tachton that jam-packs the seichel elyon. In other words, within the shchora is all the nova, is all the beauty, all the depth and profundity of the seichel elyon. Now, the word siman, sign, is also the word for symbol. Siman. It's a symbol. This gives you another peek into how a sechel tachton can contain a sechel elyon, can contain a very large, deep, and complex message Take Lolin the swastika. It's a symbol, just a few lines, chum, 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 chum. When you look at it, there's a whole world of evil.
All right. It's not even from them. They took it from the
It
Indians.
doesn't matter. Where you see it,
Right.
the symbol itself carries with it everything that Nazism stands for. Just a few lines. That's Pshat. The Shachrus jam-packed into it contains all the aspects and all the assets and all the emotional impact, everything you want of the Nazi movement. Haben $5, you see a Magen David, just a few lines, it's two triangles, upside down triangles together, and for everybody on earth, it jam-packs everything that they feel, they think, about Yiddishkeit, from beginning to end. Same thing with the Tzelem of Christianity. You know, that the Shtiva Erev, this already tells you, you see it, you see they do it on themselves, or they wear it on their necks. Everything about being, that it's just two sides, all there is.
2 lines.
2 lines.
Right.
So here you see a Sechel Elyon, which is Melubash and Sechel Tachta, in a sign, in a simon. The same way, the same principle applies to every Sechel Tachton which harbors within it the Sechel Elyon. Now again, the mechanism in which that is done is enormously complex. And so that's why it takes a great teacher and a great Rav. Because it's not just a question of Asagas Alakus is not like physics. That is just intellectually complex. That's not it. The point is that Asagas Alakus requires a clean body. So that the body will not stand in the way of the neshama, understanding what's in it. So you don't have to the tzaddik doesn't have to just overcome, the low intellect. So to me, the tzaddik may be geniuses. That's not the problem. The problem is the gashmius of a person, which is being coarsened and desensitized through virus, through lack of avodas Hashem, which cleanses you out. So to be able to bring in a sagas of godliness into a place which is basically the opposite, an antithesis of a lakus, requires unbelievable greatness. So that's why the lower a person knows he is, the higher, the bigger the tzaddik he needs. Ad kan, in Likutei Moharan for today.